Pedram, co-founder of U+A.
Martin Dufresne, I'm also a co-founder of U+A and design principal.
The life is a journey. U+A also become a journey since the beginning, where I met Martin back in 2005 in RMJM, then where we started thinking about establishing a company where we can stay away from corporate, but really kind of bring our design philosophy and the way that the architecture has to be for the end user, and that's where we start, sort of with two of us, three of us, and then from that day to now is about 130 people. So it's been a decade of hard work.
Yeah, exactly. It has been hard work, but incredibly, we've grown quite fast, and this is really, I think, due to many factors. One is that we've been able to establish a name here with our design, our work, and being very strong-minded in terms of our philosophy and how we want to grow as an architecture practice and as a consultant, and that's really shown into our work. And I think that's one of the reasons why clients keep coming back to us, especially in the region.
One of the philosophy that from day one we follow, we really try to promote our own people to be one of our representative in somewhere in the world. As you know, Dubai is an open city in a way that you have different nationalities coming to Dubai, working in Dubai as an architect, but then those who have the ambition and the vision to be part of the company here in U+A, they can be partner. As an example, the one that person who's actually running our office in London, she was with us 5 years in Dubai, and then now she become as our operation director in UK. Likewise in Canada is the same thing. So we're really encouraging our team, our people to come to the business side of this. So basically we are trying to give them a path of growth, not only as a normal staff, but you can be a partner by showing that you have this interest on you, and you can really push the business either in the region, or it can be in UK or in Canada or in Southeast Asia. So this become our principle. However, having said that, we have to also, or we are also doing attracting talents or business-oriented, let's say, people in different locations to be part of our team, because of course the dynamic of those areas are different. So therefore we're establishing a U+A mindset with the local experience, so that combination gives us the best. However, having said that, I believe that the mindset, the strategy and the design is actually running through the principal designer, Martin, in this sense, or if it comes to the business and how we arrange it, comes from me. And so that combination, the two marries together in each city or country for our development. Right.
Exactly, and there's also different strategies that we have in that respect, where of course we can't just be everywhere at the same time. Is to have the right people coming into those offices that are able to themselves distribute the different sort of ideologies and philosophies that we have. So having, for example, Sue in London, and having worked with us for so many years, she then brings in that expertise and that knowledge that was founded here in our office in Dubai. And then likewise in other sectors. In Montreal, we're doing the same thing, where for certain occasions we also might do some training here in Dubai to be able to go back and bring that knowledge into the different offices. And that really helps us in terms of the confidence of the individual offices to be able to run a little bit more independently than we are over here.
I think in the top of that, on a training base, we established actually called U+A University internally in our office, where people get trained. Our people get trained to understand how the whole sort of organization works, not only in architecture but in running an organization. So in case if they move to any of those areas, there will be a true representative of U+A and the mindset that we have. So this university, which we are very excited about, because it's getting to because training is one of the biggest, in our opinion, education, and continuous education is one of the biggest things. You can be in a year or two, you can be quite outdated because of the speed of the technology, the speed of anything in the world is going fast. So if you don't update yourself, you get out of the game. So having this university or U+A university within the organization, it trains people. Of course, some people are responsive and some people are not. But then I don't think that's the objective. The objective is that whoever is with us and wants to be in this journey, they can come and travel around.
Having been just recently in London and doing some marketing for our office and showing our portfolio and our catalogue of work, the response has been just phenomenal. I think it's really quite interesting for us. And of course, we're not coming in the different markets thinking that we're better than everybody else, move out of our way. It's really about just moving in intelligently and how we can contribute our knowledge, which might be different from knowledge in the different sectors, to give something different to the clients. And this is exactly what we did last week, where for example, I was meeting with British Land and mentioned about the fact that we're fully Revit based and that we have very tight sort of programs, and already they were quite impressed with that sort of way of working, and the portfolio itself really speaks for itself, and they were quite impressed with that, and then that goes throughout all different sectors. I was in India just a month ago as well, meeting with large groups, large developers over there, and the response was quite phenomenal. So, but it doesn't necessarily give us work right away, but it does highlight that I think we're kind of a good player on the market that they are interested to talk to.
In my opinion, as Martin said, it's the same thing. The reaction of many developers in the region and also in Europe, where we met people, are quite, exciting. They're saying, "Wow, there's a lot of things that you have done. There's a lot of development in." The work that we have done in 10 years, maybe in other countries equivalent to 30 years, maybe, and that's where they can get benefit of a company who knows from inception to completion what are the routes that they have to take to bring the success. At the end of the day, developers are looking after success of their project, right? They want a sort of acceptable revenue. And of course the end user, whether it's a house or it's a residential or it's an apartment, they want them to be happy. If it's a hotel, they want the guests to be extremely comfortable. So those areas that when we come from Dubai, that's the impression. And of course, being a smart city, being an advanced city, as Martin said, when in UK, which we believe that they're also following Revit, but they're not in reality, is a sort of a kind of a plus for us, because we have done that.
We're moving into the different sectors intelligently because there's no other way, really. There's so much competition, and even just Dubai. How many firms do we have in Dubai? 600?
Yeah, maybe 500.
So, and we're one of the top 10. And but it's because we've been very smart in the way that we look at the projects, the way that we conduct ourselves with clients, and also, of course, the design that we bring into the table, which is to them quite attractive because they're products that they're able to sell. So we're giving really what the clients are looking for. But in other markets, it's really, again, like having traveled a lot in different sort of areas where I've worked in China and Hong Kong and Singapore and of course here in Dubai, it's different in every market. Clients are different, everyone is different. So it's about understanding them, understanding what they're looking for, understanding what kind of product that they're seeking. London, for example, have a very different outlook on the way that they conduct the design and how they sell their products. But at the same time, they're still interested in how we design our residential development, for example, that we do with EMAR. And how come EMAR is so successful? They're a little bit curious to find out what are the secrets and what's the formula here. And so we're able to really come in and offer some little aspects of what we've learned here in Dubai and the different markets, but mixing those in to what is actually, it's about, I think it's cultural knowledge, it's cultural, global cultural integration, let's call it.
Our vision from day one up to here and moving forward is the same vision, that we want to really be a design architect or design the architecture firm that really promote a no-nonsense architecture, and at the same time, as a support, we do interior design, we do landscape, we do master planning on the same line. But what can, of course, this vision is always can be sort of branched out by having, say, yes, we in our moving forward, we're looking at a new market, other emerging market, with this kind of a global crisis that we're facing in this area. We need to really find out what are the other markets that we can find a good, decent client and project that we can just continue moving. And having that in mind, of course, we moved to UK to cater clients in Europe. We're moving to Southeast Asia to cater that markets, and also to North America but these are the kind of our sort of goals, and we need to work harder to reach that goals, because again, as you said correctly, that now we are moving from our physical kind of presence to somewhere that is virtual kind of managing things. So we got to really make sure that this process is successful as well and sustainable. I don't think necessarily we're looking for grown up to the 1,000 people or number of people. I don't think that's the objective. Our objective is to smartly put this together, this architecture business in one word,
Our vision, as Pedram said, has always been the same from day one, when we first met and established the ideas behind our company and how we wanted things to evolve. The challenge here now is because we are growing in terms of size and in terms of offices globally, is to stay focused and stay within that path that we have of this vision that we want still to come in and have a sensible balance between good design, a design that we believe in strongly, and at the same time providing clients with what they need and being in a business model that works. So there's a whole business aspect of it, because at the end of the day, it is a business which needs to be managed properly and needs to be also focused. So it's a balance. I think it's really a balance about keeping this focus on design and then having a very smart approach to running the business as well. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Because as Pedram said, our vision is not to become Nick and Sake with thousands and thousands of employees and ruling the world. It's really just being able to explore new places and just have a diversity of projects that keeps us excited about what we do. Because if you stay in one market, you're always doing the same type of project and you're repeating yourself, it gets a little bit mundane. And as an architect and the designer, where am I going with this? It's not ambitious. And so it's really about just having a curiosity of different sectors and be able to play with what is on offer over there, which is different from what it is offered here, and use our creativity to do different projects. So it's not the size of the company, the number of people. We don't want to be a corporation. We just want to do good work and good design in different sectors, and be happy and proud about what we do, really.